Hey guys, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. This is your Manus Dry Fire Monday with some live fire mixed in. I'm Brian Hill, your instructor today from the Complete Combatant. We've had some upgrades. John was kind enough to set up a sound system so you guys can hear me better. And then I went ahead and bought an iPad tripod so I can see myself in the frame, and hopefully I'll be there all the time and see what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We're going to try to get some better resolution on the video too. So we're really trying to improve this product for you. And that's important. So let's talk about improving you as a product, because every person is their own coach and we have to have different drills and skills. All right? I call this one the Trifecta. I don't know if I invented it. It seems like I did. I did a lot of work on trying to find a way to measure vision, hand, and trigger speed, but I'm sure somebody's done something similar. It always happens. So anyway, I call it the Trifecta. I have people shoot it in class, and I found it's a great measurement of actual skill for the armed citizen. Because what's really important for us, draw to a first round hit.
With guided drills and real-time feedback, the Mantis Laser Academy allows you to have a training facility at home and at your convenience. Get quality reps with your own equipment and experience a higher level of dry fire training with positive results that you can see and feel. Laser Academy's variety of drill options also keeps things fresh for shooters, making practice feel more like a game and less like a chore. I use it all the time and recommend it highly.
Now we do this three ways. We do this from the extended prep and press. So you're already pointed to the target, and then you press out and learn to get your speed, because that still works vision, hand, and trigger speed. Once you get good at that, we go from the holster. And once you get really good from the holster, we fire 2 shots at each target, which helps you do your recoil management and your follow-up shots. And you should be in pretty good shape by the time you do that. All right, so here's how we score it. Anything inside this big circle here counts. Even a line break counts. That grease ring breaks a line, it counts. Same thing in the head, and same thing in the gray circle here. So we have 8, 4, and 2 inches roughly circles, and that means that they're shrinking. Now what makes target sizes smaller? Lots of things, all right? These are actually smaller targets, but distance would make them appear to be smaller. Something in a way could make it look smaller too. And then movement. The target's moving, or you're both moving, will make a big difference in the way that we interact with it. So we need to have some way to modulate it. I'm not a big fan of cadence. I want you to modulate what you do according to what you see and what you feel in your hand speed. So kinesthetically, I need to be aware of which way the gun's going and how it feels on the way out. And visually, I need to see that it's confirming the dot is in the right place. And then I'm going to press the trigger in a relaxed, quick, light manner, or a relaxed, careful light manner, or a relaxed, precise light manner. And that'll help you a lot. What we do is add all 3 scores together, which will be on the timer. So if I shoot this in a 0.8, I shoot this in a 1, I shoot this in a 1-2, I have a 3-second total, which would be outstanding. That's master level shooting. Now, I shoot that occasionally, all right? Occasionally. And that's usually after I've been practicing for a bit. What we're gonna do is shoot this on camera. So this is performance mode, so I should see a plus 15% over my regular score. So 15% over 3, if my math is right, is 345 is probably what I'll see on the camera, because a bit of pressure of doing it and watching, and here it will exist forever. So your mind gets into that, but it's okay, accept that. That's part of performance methodology, okay? If you can shoot it in under 4 seconds, you're doing very well. You're an advanced shooter. If you can shoot it under 5 seconds, you're an intermediate, got a solid draw, you understand the relationship between these 3 things. And if it's over 5 seconds, you've got work to do. All right, you need to work on your draw, you need to work on what you're seeing in vision, and you need to speed up your hands or your trigger speed and figure out how it all works together. All right, makes sense to everybody? I hope so. I'm gonna flip you guys around. You're gonna be downrange the whole time so you can see my draw stroke. I think that's a really important thing to see, is the difference in the hand speed at the end. If I make a horrible mistake, this video will just stop all of a sudden. So let's make sure we get everything on the target. 1 to the body, 1 to the body. When I get ready to do this, what I'm gonna do each time is really get myself settled, get a good stance. People say, well, that's not how it is on the street. If somebody's going to attack you and you have time, you will face them and get settled somewhat. You may put your hands up, your hands down. I'm going to do this one from the hands down position today so you can see the draw stroke better of how I'm working it. All right, stand by. So a 92. Okay, not an 80. It's hard for me to get all the time, but a 92, nice, solid, good hit. Everything's fine so far. So now I'm going to the head. I'd like this to be around 1 second. That's really pushing. Let's see if we can get it. Woo, a line break. Watch the dot go right through the middle. pushed a little too much, that's a 107. Okay, so we're right at the 2-minute mark, or 2-second mark, not 2 minutes. And then I've got the small circle to shoot. So let's see if we can get the small circle in. Stand by. Okay, good hit. A little quick on the brief pause. All right, so my timer's good about keeping all 3 scores. So let's flip this around and we'll do a little math in front of everybody because that's easy enough to do. So I got a 133, which was the small circle. I got a 107, which is this. So we're at 140 already. And then I got a 92, okay? All right, so 10, 12, carry the 1, 13, 332. All right, so that's about a 10% over my normal, which is what I'd expect in performance mode. Acceptable. This one was close. And the worst part about it is I probably could have taken that 7th off because I watched the dot float right past the center. All right, I gripped down a little bit hard, but we're going to count those line breaks in. Everything's fine with that. Super accuracy people are going to say it should be here, but what the target was is what the target is. And I got it in the target, so I'm working those things. Hopefully you can see the difference in the hand speed. Between this and this is a significant difference. It's 0.4. So what I'm getting is about a 0.2 difference as the target gets smaller by halves. That's a huge thing. The other thing is correcting the shot. All right, if you correct the shot before you fire it, it's going to cost you about 0.2. Okay, if you correct it after you fire, it's probably going to be 3.5 to 7.5 if you're really good, or longer. All right, to fire another shot. So we always want to correct beforehand. Let me ask you a question. If you could correct before it happened, wouldn't you do so? I absolutely would. As the armed citizen, we're accountable for every shot. And seeing the front side or the dot where I want it to be and correcting it is worth that 0.2 investment. It's a great drill to work on vision. Vision is flash, floating, and focused. Hand speed is 80-20, which is stopping as if the police is watching you at the stop sign, or the 90-10, which is the way we all should stop. We come to a complete stop, be aware, and then move on. Or we're late for work, which is the 95-5, rolling up to the stop. It's going as soon as we can, okay? Trigger speed, Tom Gibbons. Here was quickly, it's huge. Just see the back of the gun. Here's carefully, and here's precisely. Put all those three things together, you get the trifecta drill. Hope that helps you guys. So the question is this an accuracy and precision drill, or is it an efficiency and speed drill? It's a good question. For me, it's a speed and efficiency drill because the accuracy tends to stay. So I'm always pushing a little bit more. That's why I want that 3 seconds and under on it. All right, I think that would be really suitable if I can do that. Okay, great drill. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you see how the coaching is working, how these drills are working you into it. Practice on the different size targets that you really have a hard time with. So if I looked at these scores, these are pretty good indicators of what's happening here. You know, I'm not seeing a huge jump from one to the next. All right, so 0.15 here and about 0.18 there or something like that. So that's about where I want to be with each of those. Can I do better? You know, if I get a 10th off here, a 10th off here, a 10th off here, I make my goal. All right, but that 10th is hard to come by. And it won't be the end of my career if I don't get that 10th. What I'm doing is building a reservoir of skill so that when I need it and I shoot it at a 133, it feels slow. Instead of when that's the fastest I've ever shot it, it feels out of control, and then I just press the shot off without seeing or stopping my hands appropriately. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, active self-protection. Make sure you subscribe. Go to the big channel, subscribe to that. Manus, how can it help you with this drill? Draw analysis, fantastic. Break it down on the draw analysis, and then start working the hostage shots. Work those hostage shots. They're fantastic for this drill, and it's a great motivator, okay? Really hard drill, but you guys will get better at this if you work on that. All right, guys, I'm Brian Hill with The Complete Combatant, and as always, measure, refine, and perform.